Welcome to Inside the Diamond. I'm your host, Ben Wineman. Today on the show, we are joined by Major League Baseball's Vice President of Youth Baseball, David James. We're also honored to have the founder of Positive Coaching Alliance, Jim Thompson, to join us. And here to talk about their new partnership with Montana Baseball is Osprey Director of Stadium Operations, Taylor Rush. We have board members from Montana Baseball to tell us about the many opportunities the RBI League have and academy coaches and players to talk about their experiences firsthand. So we're going to start things off with our leadoff hitter of sorts. I'm joined now by the Montana Baseball President, Burke Tyree. And Burke, welcome to the program. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Ben. Appreciate you having us here.
And I'm also joined by Wendy Warren. Wendy, you're going to be kind of our third member of our crew. You're going to be our on-deck host.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
You got some cool baseball info, and you've been around the block a time or two in Montana baseball.
Yes, I have a couple guys playing in my family, my two boys. So
yeah, one of our sons plays for Oregon State, the Beavers, and one plays for the San Francisco Giants. Pretty awesome.
Yes. Yeah, well, let's get things rolling. Okay, batter up, you guys.
So Burke, I want to start with kind of your background. How did you kind of get involved in Montana baseball?
You know, it all started, and I'm sure other parents can relate. You're sitting in the stands watching youth baseball, travel ball, and asking yourself, is this the only option for baseball for my kid? So I started doing some research, and I kind of took an angle from my past experience as wrestling, and I found out that there was a national governing body of baseball. It was called USA Baseball, founded in 1978.
And the organization USA Baseball really is not here and wasn't present in the state of Montana. How frustrating was that?
It was pretty frustrating. However, one of the things that really made me motivated was one of their top priorities is developing the game of baseball from a grassroots level.
So in 2016, your team goes down to Phoenix, Arizona, USA Baseball National Team Championships. What is that?
Well, it's a selection of the top programs across the country. From this tournament, they select kids to make Team USA that go compete in the World Championships, the Pan Ams. So, you know, it's a really prestigious tournament. And I knew that we had to get a good team together to go down there and compete against them.
I remember covering that tournament before you guys left. And Wendy, you have some footage of that from the guys down in Arizona.
I do. Here's a shot of some of the guys actually competing in that tournament.
So you believe that Montana could compete baseball-wise on a national level?
Yeah, I knew it. You know, I don't know if the kids knew it right away. You know, it's a big stage. It's the national stage. You're competing against some future Major League Baseball draft picks in high school. You know, the temperature was 107 degrees. These kids were melting out there. One of the highlights, Easton Page, he ran the second fastest 60-yard dash at about 1,200 kids there. And it really opened up the scouts' eyes that, hey, Montana, they might have something up there.
Baseball is notorious for stats.
Oh, boy.
You guys really have dug into the numbers about the levels of youth baseball played here in the state of Montana.
Yeah, you know, just like baseball, the stats, the numbers, it plays into kind of the obstacles here in Montana, the number of miles, the number of fields you can play on, the number of coaches, the number of volunteers to run an organization.
And you need all those things to make it a positive league, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now to demonstrate kind of the levels of numbers in the state of Montana, when you have kind of a very interesting graphic.
Yeah, this is a bunch of teams across the United States that represent different leagues and organizations. And as you can see, a majority are on the East Coast. And then when you get over to Montana and out toward the west, you see that fragmentation that Burke is talking about. Obviously, we need to get more baseball involved in all these rural communities.
The one thing that's pretty crazy, another number, 0. We have 0 high school baseball teams here in Montana. So this really limits the opportunities for these boys living in this rural state.
Now, I'm from the state of Washington, and high school baseball is huge there. And so when I moved to Montana, I was surprised. I was like, where's all the high school baseball? Why does Montana not have high school baseball? They have softball.
That's a great question. If we could solve that today, you know, we'd solve a lot of problems. But yeah, it's a great question, and you know, maybe someday there will be.
So Burke, at the end of this program, what do you want viewers to take away?
Great question, Ben. Hopefully people find out that the landscape of baseball nationwide, what it looks like, and understand that it's a great opportunity for these kids with Montana RBI backed by Major League Baseball.
Now we're joined by Major League Baseball's Vice President of Junior Baseball, David James. Wendy, let's pull David up right now online.
All right.
Welcome to the program, Mr. James. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Burke.
Now, I'd like to start off by reading a statement from the first couple sentences of a statement you guys put out, Major League Baseball, earlier this year that announces kind of an affiliation with Montana Baseball's RBI League for 2018. Montana Baseball RBI joins the growing ranks of RBI programs based in rural communities while maintaining the program's core mission of revitalizing baseball in underserved communities. Young ball players in Montana, one of the few states in the United States that does not have an official high school baseball program, have limited access to the sport. With the development of the new RBI League, players have the opportunity to participate in structured league play, potential for travel to tournaments outside of Montana, and playing access in minor league ballparks and more. Well, that's quite the statement from Major League Baseball, Mr. James. If you want to maybe finish the statement for us, you have more.
Our desire to provide opportunities to play in underserved communities is at the core of our efforts. Rural Montana was one of the first communities that really provided us that opportunity. The efforts that they're doing there is important to Major League Baseball and RBI's core mission to provide opportunities to play to anyone, anywhere.
Perhaps you could elaborate a bit more for us on how Major League Baseball's existing RBI program is helping rural baseball here in the state of Montana.
Well, over the last 4 years, Burke and his board has done a wonderful job of relaying to us some of the challenges that they face there in Montana, providing opportunities for kids to play baseball. Their efforts have really made us start to think that RBI, in a lot of instances, can stand for the Rural Baseball Initiative. We're excited about the work that we're doing with them, and we look forward to continuing with that work with them and seeing them grow.
And David, what are a couple unique opportunities that the RBI program brings here to the state of Montana?
We have a development side that does a number of showcase type events in locations across the country. Events like the Elite Development Invitational in Vero Beach, Florida, Breakthrough Series events at our youth academies across the country. We also know that Montana is excited about participating in the RBI Regional Tournament and hopefully advancing to the RBI World Series, which for 2018 will be hosted by the Minnesota Twins in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Now, we're fortunate to have a video provided to us by Major League Baseball that highlights last year's RBI World Series in the Cincinnati Reds Stadium. David, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Burke. We look forward to continuing to support and see your program grow.
And we appreciate David James from RBI Baseball joining us. Wendy, you have that Cincinnati Reds Stadium video of the RBI World Series last year.
I do, and it looks amazing. I've watched it a couple times.
They wanna tell me what I can do. I got that fire, keep it lit like a candle. I go hard for mine. So hard for mine. I work hard for mine. I can't take it from me. It's mine, oh mine.
Tell me inside. If anyone's getting like that,
we gon' shut it down in this. Start a ride in this. On some minds pitting, I'm on fire. And we gon' shut it down in this.
right here's the time to do it.
Getting to play in the Cincinnati Reds Stadium, it's a pretty cool opportunity.
Yeah, those boys can play some baseball out there, can't they?
They really can. Well, when we return, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to learn more about Montana Baseball, meet the founder of the Positive Coaching Alliance, Jim Thompson. But first, Montana Baseball highlights from the USA Team Championships in Arizona.
Grind, expectation, and commitment.
Pressure, character, and accountability.
Strength, sacrifice, and passion.
Will, focus, adapt.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
This pet scene made possible by Billings Hardware. Bird food and feeders, toys, bowls, and waterers, dog and cat food, treats and bones too. Everything a pet owner needs. Shop the pet department today and discover tons of pet supplies. Billings Hardware, not your ordinary hardware store.
Welcome back to Inside the Diamond. I'm Ben Wineman, joined to my right by Burke Tyree, the president of Montana Baseball, and Wendy Warren, who's our on-deck host. Now, next, we have the privilege of meeting the founder of Positive Coaching Alliance, Jim Thompson. But first, now, Burke, can you tell us a little bit more about your relationship with Jim and the organization?
We mandate the Montana RBI coaches get certified by Positive Coaching Alliance, and we have seminars throughout the state a couple times a year for them. Wendy, could you bring up the website for Positive Coaching?
Sure, I have it up right now. This National Advisory Board is pretty impressive. They have folks like Dusty Baker, Ronnie Lott, Stephen Kerr, Judy Foudy, Bill Jackson. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Positive Coaching Alliance, they really get it. When I sat in the first seminar, I'm like, everybody needs to hear this. This is great stuff.
Pretty big names on that list, too.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff.
I want to welcome Jim to the show now. Jim, thank you so much for joining us today on Inside the Diamond.
First of all, Ben, really glad to be with you. I grew up in North Dakota. I spent a bunch of time in Montana, so really glad to be talking with you.
Now, Jim, looking back, what inspired you to start Positive Coaching Alliance?
It really was a combination of things. I was a enthusiastic but ultimately mediocre athlete as a kid. Played 1 year of basketball in college and got hurt, and I lost interest in sports until my son started playing sports. And I was a business student at Stanford at the time, and I went to go to his games. I was like, oh my heavens, there's so much negativity, so much tension. The poor kids were not having fun. It was during that, going to his games, that my love of sports kind of came crashing back, and I realized, wow, this is an incredible opportunity. Sports is the best place to teach kids character and life lessons.
How does the PCA strive to transform high school and youth sports into a culture where the goal is to develop better athletes and better people?
It really comes down to our concept of mental models. We really believe that identity drives behavior. We try to live up to the identity we have for ourselves. So with coaches, we don't just teach coaches to be more positive. We ask coaches to become double goal coaches. First goal is trying to win, but there's a second more important goal, and that's to use sports to teach life lessons. Better athletes, better people, and that's the more important part. For parents, we talk about a second goal parent. The first goal, that scoreboard goal, that belongs, I'll ask parents if I'm doing a workshop or a talk, I'll say, there's two groups of people whose job it is to win games. Who are they? And the parents get it right away. Oh, it's the coaches and it's the kid, it's not me. That's right, it's not you, parent. You have a much more important job, and that's to focus on that second goal, the life lesson goal. What can your kids take away that will help them be successful and contributing members of society? And then maybe the most important model of all is the triple impact competitor. An athlete who is a person of character, who elevates himself, elevates her teammates, elevates the game by the way he or she competes. If you're an elevator, if you're a triple impact competitor, whatever situation you're in, you're looking around and saying, what can I do here to make this better? Maybe it's the middle of the game and you're looking, your teammates are discouraged. What can I do to help elevate them? Maybe you're discouraged yourself. What can I do to elevate? So the future of PCA really is that our models, the double goal coach who's concerned about teaching life lessons, the second goal parent who's letting the coaches and the kids worry about winning. The triple impact competitor who's an elevator, who every situation they're in, they're thinking, okay, how can I make this better? We want those models to become the norm in youth sports. And when that happens, youth sports will be a totally different and better experience. It'll be producing not only better athletes, but better people.
Jim, thank you so much for taking the time to join us and sharing a part of your story.
Thank you, Ben.
Now, to watch PCA founder Jim Thompson's entire interview, log on to montanabaseball.org and click video. Burke Tyree, president of Montana Baseball, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Ben. It's been a pleasure.
Well, coming up next on Inside the Diamond, we'll meet board member and baseball mother Heather Dunn to learn more about the RBI League. But first, let's take a look at a Montana baseball highlight from the U.S. Team Championships in Arizona. Welcome back to Inside the Diamond. I'm Ben Wineman. I want to introduce board member Heather Dunn to the show. Heather, how's it going?
Good. Hi, Ben. Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
And I'm standing between two baseball moms. Both of you are from very remote parts of the state of Montana. Heather, I'll ask you, you're from Eureka. How does someone from Eureka, very rural part of Montana, get involved in an organization like this?
Well, when you are a mom of 3 boys who play all sports but have their first love is baseball,
right.
You try to find out everything you can and do everything you can to get them what they want. And all of my boys have always wanted to play baseball at a higher level. And so being, 5 miles from the Canadian border in the northwest part of Montana makes it kind of hard to do that. And so I love the message of Montana baseball, and I want to keep not only making opportunities or finding opportunities for my children to compete and get to that next level, but for all Montana youth. I mean, we have so many boys or players in the state who love baseball, absolutely love it, and they want to go to that next level, but they don't know how to do it, how to go about it.
We've now got it mom approved, right? The MLB RBI League. What is that league, and what should people expect from that league?
We are taking players from all over Montana, anyone that wants to be part of the league, ages 13 to 18, and we're going to have a regular season and some postseason opportunities. We're going to have 2 all-star teams. There'll be a 15U and an 18U all-star team. The RBI League has regionals, and then from the regionals, you can qualify for the World Series, which we saw,
exactly. You talk about you being from Eureka. Wendy, you're from Miles City, 9-hour drive. You guys are playing in these spots. Wendy, you're used to being on the road, driving a lot to some of these tournaments.
My boys both played for the Miles City Outlaws in eastern Montana, and some of our drives were to Cheyenne, which is 9 hours away. We ended up coming to Missoula. We drove to Indiana for a big tournament. We also went to Omaha, Nebraska during the World Series one year. So they do go all over, and
it's worth it.
Oh, totally worth it.
Yeah.
You get these boys in front of high pressure situation, and then when they get a little older, it's not a big deal. They can focus on just the baseball and not about what's all around them.
And why did you want to join the Montana Baseball Board?
It's a passion of mine that all the youth in Montana needs to try to be able to do that. If my kids can do that, I think a lot of the youth in Montana can too. So.
Well, and being a mom of boys, I mean, having Wendy's experience is invaluable to me, and also learning and finding out what are the different opportunities. I mean, USA Baseball, but I didn't know that my kids could go play there.
And USA Baseball doesn't know you guys, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Totally. You guys have gotten some pretty cool stuff to be able to share with these teams.
Before I go, I mean, Major League Baseball sent us over 100 pairs of Under Armour cleats.
Bring those cleats.
Well, these are really large cleats.
Large cleats, yes.
Yeah.
These are incredible. I mean, how cool is that to be able to get brand spanking new stuff right out of the box from Major League Baseball?
It's amazing, and that they're willing to do that and send stuff to us it's huge. But our intention is to give out the cleats to players in Montana, and people can always learn more too on Facebook and the opportunities that Montana Baseball is providing. So.
Well, when we return, we're going to meet a couple of players from Montana Baseball, including a Montana Elite alumni who was the first Montana player to play for Team USA.
Aaron's Hope Project was created in 2011 in memory of a beautiful 9-year-old girl who passed away after a very courageous 2-year battle with cancer. In Aaron's short time, she touched many lives, and even today, through this amazing project that continues. Through kindness and compassion, Aaron's Hope Project is giving hope to children with life-threatening illnesses. To learn more or to find an application, log on to aaronshopeproject.org or find them on Facebook. Remember, if it happens outdoors, Aaron's Hope Project will help you and your family experience it. Larson Ranch Angus started breeding registered black Angus cattle in 1949. Our philosophy has always been to raise sound, balanced bulls with carcass quality that produce replacement heifers worthy of building your herd on. We offer 120 performance yearling bulls, many suitable for heifers, with a strong set of half-brothers and renowned AI sires and top herd sires from the Larson Ranch Angus program. Sale date, always the 4th Monday in March at the ranch near Forsyth, Montana. Visit us online at LarsonRanchAngus.com. Performance and efficiency. Larson Ranch Angus.
All throughout history, warriors protected and fought for their people. Now more than ever, we need warriors.
Together we rise. Join the warrior movement.
1, 2, 3.
Warriors.
4, 5, 6.
7.
Welcome back to Inside the Diamond. I'm your host, Ben Wineman. We're sitting here now with 3 strapping young men. How's it going, everyone? They are currently playing baseball for Montana Baseball, or have played baseball. Guys, welcome to the show. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. We'll start with you.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Zach Tyree. I played on the original Montana Elite Baseball in 2015 and also played again on 2016. I currently live in Missoula, Montana, and I play catcher.
Awesome. Cool. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Quinn Sullivan, and I played on Montana Elite team in 2016 and was selected to Team USA in 2016. I am from Butte, Montana, and I play pitcher.
Butte, America, you mean, right?
Yep.
Butte, America. What about you?
My name's Hank Dunn. I played on the 2016 Elite team that went to Arizona, and I play shortstop, and I'm from Eureka, Montana.
So out of everyone, this whole program, we've been talking with adults. And I think you 3 are, your opinions and what you guys say are the most important things about this baseball program here in the state of Montana. Zach, I'll start with you. What memories come back to you?
Well, first of all, I just want to say, both years had a lot of fun. Some of the memories I've made with these boys was just camaraderie of the team and, the coaches' energies. Coach Frank was so much fun that, he had some great sayings that we learned from him, and it was just fun to be around a college coach.
How did you feel, Quinn, about the level of competition? Did you guys feel like you were up to your record obviously said you were, but did you guys feel kind of going in confident that you could compete on the national level?
Well, it was something definitely unexpected, and we surprised a lot of people down there, but Montana perspective, we knew that we could compete with those guys.
Hank, you guys got to play on some big league fields.
Yeah.
What was that like?
At first, for me, it was overwhelming. I mean, you're 14 years old and you're just looking out there and the fence is 300-some feet away, and then center field, it's 400. Playing second base, the bounces, ground balls, they were just so nice. You never really had a bad hop, and it was amazing.
How has this program, Montana Baseball, Zach, helped you grow as a baseball player?
Definitely developmental skills on knowing what a college coach looks for, definitely pushing the hustle, the energy. That has made me more respectful, more well-rounded as a person, and as a player, just to love the game even more than I already do.
Now, being from different areas across the state of Montana, what was it like when you all kind of got together before you went down to Arizona?
Everyone kind of had their own little packs, and then Coach Frank was really big on banding together and playing like a team. So he had this game that we had to know everybody's name, otherwise we had to run, and it was...
How'd that go?
It was tough.
Lots of running.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, but then you learned everyone's name, right?
Yeah.
Totally. And Quinn, you had the privilege to be fortunate enough to be selected to the 14U USA Baseball Development Camp. You got your very own trading card. Zoom in that right there. A little bit of a different look. We're in the red, white, and blue, the stars and stripes. Awesome looking card. Quinn, what was that experience like to be able to compete for USA Baseball?
It means a lot to me. Some of the top-notch coaching in the entire country. It's something that I hope to have another chance to do in the future. It's just a great experience.
Hank, what do you think about, RBI is going to be starting a league here. with Montana baseball here in the state of Montana. How excited are you to be playing in that league?
I'm pumped. I mean, I just can't wait to get it started. I mean, playing with Zach and all my old teammates from the elite team, we're trying to get the team back together, and we're just gonna tear it up, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. And earlier in the show, we watched that video from the RBI World Series in Cincinnati. How badly do you guys want to get there, represent Montana, and play at a Major League Baseball stadium? How cool would that be for you guys, Zach?
I mean, that'd be unreal. I mean, that's the goal for every baseball player, I think, to make it to the top in any competition that you're playing for. And as that video shows, that's the best you can get in the RBI program. And playing on the Reds field, I mean, oh my gosh. Try to hit a ball over 340 left field, that'd be pretty cool to say.
Have you ever hit a ball 340?
No.
No.
In my dreams sometimes.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, fellas, thank you so much for joining us today. I'd like to thank Zach, Hank, and Quinn. I wish you guys the best of luck in your future endeavors. Way to represent Montana and represent the United States. We really appreciate it. Coming up after the break, though, we're going to be joined by board member Tammy Bodlovic and Taylor Rush from the Missoula Osprey. But first, let's enjoy a moment from the Montana Baseball highlight reel featuring the USA Team Championships in Arizona. Welcome back to Inside the Diamond. I'm your host, Ben Wineman, and joining me now is Montana Baseball board member and volunteer Tammy Bodlovic. Tammy, how's it going?
Hi, it's going very well. Thanks for having me today.
Of course, and also joining us today, we welcome Taylor Rush, Stadium Operations Manager for the Missoula Osprey.
Thanks for having me, Ben.
AKA the Arizona Diamondbacks. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Well, Tammy, I'll start with you. And I understand that you kind of hold the title of treasurer.
Well, that's true. I am the treasurer, and I am here today to tell everyone about the many ways that you can help support Montana RBI baseball and youth in Montana.
And why is this guy joining us today?
Well, we're very excited and pleased and proud to announce our partnership of Montana Baseball with the Missoula Osprey and how we're going to work together to collaborate and grow the landscape of baseball in Montana.
And Tammy mentioned that you guys are going to be partnering with Montana Baseball. What is that partnership going to look like?
We're really excited about it. We're going to give RBI baseball program the chance to have a presence in Overett Park and Allegiance Field at our Osprey games with either some signage or brochures, things out to really spread the news of this new program and all the things it can offer to Missoula's youth.
I want to hear about the Play Ball initiative. I'm assuming the Arizona Diamondbacks and Osprey are pretty involved in that initiative.
You know, Arizona is actually, and Major League Baseball is in our corner with this, and it's one of the things I'm most excited about working with the RBI program. The goal is to get a ton of kids into the ballpark for one special day from rural areas, exercise, ask questions about baseball, get enthused about it, and I think that's a stepping stone to really get the youth excited about baseball again.
Now, Tammy, how can other Montana businesses like the Osprey partner with you guys to be part of this organization?
Well, to view the sponsorship packages and see which one's going to best fit your business, I would recommend you visit our website, montanabaseball.org. Montana Baseball is a nonprofit, so you can make a tax-deductible donation as well as an individual. And we also have a wonderful opportunity to support the team by buying some of our gear and spiritware on our website. And 10% of all those sales do come back to the league in support of our general operations.
And Wendy, you have that league. You can pull that up for us right now.
I do. If you go to our website and you click on the gear page, you'll be able to see all the different options that are available. And we change that a lot and think there's a lot of different hats and shirts and any kind of gear you can think of.
And it's just a cool logo too, right?
It is.
I mean, great colors. You got
jazzy.
You got the state on there, the horns. I love it. Thank you very much, Wendy.
You're welcome.
Taylor, before we let you go, I got to ask, how excited are you for this new Osprey season? Spring's almost here.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. We have all sorts of ticket packages available, MissoulaOsprey.com, as well as call in the MSO Hub or come and see us downtown. Look forward to having you out at the ballpark this year.
Yeah, thank you both for being here. And thank you very much, Wendy, for being on deck today. You always made a pinch hit home run, in my opinion. And thanks for all the videos and stuff.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate you having me on deck. And you can always check out my videos on Facebook and on our website and On Deck with Wendy Warren.
It's a lot of fun here, folks. That wraps up our first episode of Inside the Diamond with Montana RBI League. Until next time, stay in the game. Keep your eye on ABC Fox Montana and SWX for any updates on the Montana RBI League. I'm your host, Ben Wineman. Thanks for watching.